Beautiful. Sarojini, we're anticipating your beautiful Pushpanjali. So
okay.
Over to you. Welcome to.
Gurave Gurchandaya Radhikaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Umagyana Tirinandasya Gyanjana Shalakaya Jaksur Militamyena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. First of all, I'd like to offer my humble Dandavat pranams to Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Maharaj Gosvami, and all the Guru Parampara and all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here today, and all the devotees everywhere. It's been amazing this morning, really. I'm not going to speak for long at all, but I was inspired by hearing from Lilavati Didi earlier also. She reminded me so much of how we're all such a close-knit family, and how actually our connection with Srila Gurudev goes from before we actually met Srila Gurudev and came together as a Sangha, and actually from before our current lifetimes, maybe even, because I used to live in Glastonbury, as some of you may know, and Lilavati Didi and I, we knew each other there, and there's also been other devotees I've met along the way, and then we've met again in Gurudev Sangha, and that just reminded me so much that Gurudev once said that he said all of you have been my disciples before, referring to previous lives. So that's one for a lot of. You can meditate on that a lot. There's a lot of food for thought there, I think. Today, I just would like to share some memories of Gurudev, really. I haven't had the benefit of so much personal association with him as so many of you here today, and Nanda Sutra Prabhu included. So I was thinking, well, what was it about those times when Gurudev was manifest here? And I thought about the festivals and the classes, the artis, and then the dramas, the plays, because and Charichandrika Didi, I know you're here today. Dandavat pranams to you, and my eternal gratitude to you for engaging me sometimes in your plays, because being involved in putting on a play, acting in a play for Srila Gurudev's pleasure and for the pleasure of the devotees, is an incredible thing. Sometimes I think to myself, wow, what did I really do? What did I really do in those days? I drifted around, I attended this, that, and the other, but what did I really do? And I was thinking, actually, I was in the plays. I was in the plays sometimes. And that is also, I don't know actually whether it's Vapu or Vani or both, but it was a service that I have fond memories of, and I'm really grateful for having had the opportunity to do this. When Charichandrika Didi first asked me to be involved, I think it was in Birmingham about probably 2002, so I was very new to the Sangha then, maybe 1 year only. And my background has been as a professional dancer and performer when I was in my 20s, no stranger to performing in front of audiences, very blasé, oh yeah, I'll be in your play, I'll do it. Not realizing the import of this, actually. I'd been in a couple of spiritually themed dramas before, outside of Bhakti Yoga. And I thought I knew the score, but I didn't. And we rehearsed the play. It was the play of Herapanchani. I don't know if anybody remembers it from that time in Birmingham. And I played the part of Srivas Pandit. And all was going well in the rehearsals, and I was enjoying throwing myself into it and being occupied really and feeling part of everything. And then it came to the performance and I forgot my lines. And it was then that I realized it wasn't just like being in a play or a ballet where there's a prompt or somebody in the corner or a coach or somebody signaling to you. Actually, there's a far greater power behind this, and that was Srila Gurudev's mercy. And for somehow, I managed to ad-lib my way back to presence of mind and finish my lines, and not feeling too bad about it. I think I got some laughs, which is always very reassuring. At the end of the play, Gurudev stood up and he blessed us all. And that was so, so special and so amazing. I just couldn't wait to be in a drama again, which I was a few times. But the last one I remember taking part in was in, or maybe it wasn't the last one, but the next one I remember vividly was in Jagannath Puri during Purushottam month in 2003. And we were there for 1 month with Srila Gurudev, and it was very, very beautiful festival. Afterwards, we went on to Mayapur Dham with Bon Maharaj, and it was just an unforgettable time of my life. And anyhow, Charachandrika Didi very, very kindly and mercifully asked me if I would be in a drama again. And it was the play of the Brijvasis meeting with Krishna at Kurukshetra, after Krishna had left and gone to Dwarka. So it was very very emotional, emotive, heavy kind of theme, an amazing play which Charu had written. And we were all very, very engaged, intensely rehearsing, and I think we really wanted to make Gurudev cry. I think we really, it was so much personally for him. Certainly I felt that time. And then, there was the class, and we were to perform after evening class, and there was Aarti, and there was class, and the class finished. And Gurudev had been manifesting some external kind of leela of not being very well. It was the rainy season and not a very, there were bugs around and stuff, and it was damp, warm and humid and damp. And Madhava Maharaj had advised Gurudev to just go straight and take some rest after class. And we were all there, we were all psyched up, we were all ready in our costumes, ready to perform, which we did, but Srila Gurudev did leave before we performed. But on his way out, he made a point of walking right past us and looking us all in the eye. And he just said, I wanted to see, but I cannot. And it just felt okay after that, because I really felt that he was there anyhow, whether he was there physically or not. Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. And that's, Lova Matra Sadhisanga Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Just one moment, 1 nanosecond of sadhisanga, of association with pure Vaishnava, what to speak of Mahabhagavat of the caliber of our Srila Gurudev, confers Sarva Siddhi Hoy, all perfections. I'm still waiting for the all perfections, but just to know that Srila Gurudev is always with us, it is so inspiring and so heartening. And really, that's just what I wanted to convey with my memories. I'm going to try and move the camera around a little, just so that you can just see. And They can see you. I know they can see you. Anyway, Takaji here, because we're sitting here in front of them today. Here's, oh, this is really hard because I can't reverse the camera, I don't think. There they are. Sri Radha Govinda, Mahaprabhu, Ladi Gopal. Really not sure if they're in focus, but they're here. And Gurudev installed these deities too. So we're very, very fortunate to, you know, have our connection. It's there for us whenever we're ready. You know, we take one step towards Srila Gurudev, and he comes running to us every time. And that's it really. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarojini, for beautiful Pushpanjali. I had actually no idea that you had 20. Do you literally have 25 deities?
10 Shalagram Shilas.
Wow.
That's Vijay's fault. He kept bringing them. Radha Govinda and Mahaprabhu, and Nandasuta Prabhu's dear deities as well, because we merged them as a household, obviously. Dear Gornitai and our beautiful little Ladu Gopal.
Wow.
So yeah.
The Shalagram Shilas they're high risk. I mean, you can't mess around with them.
Well, yes, it keeps us in line. Always something to think about.
I've only ever gone for Gornitai for obvious reasons.
Oh. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I was very interested what you said early on about you said Vapu Ulvani, or maybe a bit of both with the plays. And I think that's a really interesting comment, because it's very, you can see it many times, both in one's own devotional history, but also as it's written down with previous acharyas, how you can be in the presence of a Mahabhagavad, but actually take none of the Vani. You can be in a pure Vapu relationship with no Vani at all. And the Vapu, although it'll still have a very major impact, maybe this lifetime or the next lifetime, the Vapu relationship will essentially be on the level of sentimentality. And the Vani really comes in two aspects. One is literally the tattva, either the tattva or the rasa tattva that the acharya is teaching us, but then kind of inculcated in throughout all of that, which is, I think, what these Pushpanjalis are all about. And it comes out through our pores, our very pores in our skin, is that it's the mood within all of that that really matters. And you can't really bottle that mood. You can't replicate that mood. That mood that Gurudev has somehow permeates through all of his teachings and all the way in which we apply the teachings, and he gets into all of our hearts, and that's what makes us a true family, because we all see that in one another, and when we hear one another speak, we can hear that. And I think that's what this Pushpanjali is all about, is hearing that in one another, and thus it's bringing us all close to Srila Gurudev in his 100th year, and we all get nourished through that, because we're all nourishing ourselves by offering Pushpanjali, and then we're nourishing one another by bringing us closer to Gurudev, because that mood somehow, which you cannot put into words, you can't exactly define it. You can throw 1,000 words at it, you can throw paintings at it, you can throw pictures and videos at it, but it's always something, it's something very subtle. Well, it's literally transcendental. So I think you and Nanda really encapsulate that very beautifully. So we're really happy that our Bhakti Zoom net caught you, and Gurudev is using us as a little fishing net to come and get devotees to offer Pushpanjali. So we got a couple of very nice fish today. Thank you. 3 nice fish today. Haribol.